Okay, first things we're going to do quick verbal risk assessment. So first one is when we're doing the unit, we're going to obviously have to use safe methods of manual handling. So knees bent, straight back, lift it into the carriage and put it into the machine. Second one, obviously using a small machine, we're going to have noise levels. So we've got ear defenders to protect ourselves from the decibels. It's over 85 decibels, so we're just going to use ear defenders for that. As you can see, I'm doing all my checks. I've got PPE on, I've got work boots on. We're going to be coming into contact with fuels and oils, so we're just making sure we're covered from that point of view. So if we just go through pre-start checks, as you can see, the machine is switched off at the front, but to be extra sure, we remove the spark plug lead as well, so there's no chance whilst we're doing the setup we can any injuries from machine starting. So first of all, we'll check the oil at the front of the machine. So this hasn't been run today. As you can see, we're looking for any sort of level on this little dipstick here. As you can see, we've got about, what's that, 8 mil at the bottom of the so we're more than happy with that level of oil in the machine. Make sure you put the thread back on so you don't cross thread it. Okay, next point is the air filter. So I've already taken the air filter off. What we're looking for, any loose debris around there. I've already cleaned out that area, but what we're looking for is just to get this removed. So what we've got a little air compressor. So whilst I'm using the air compressor, I want to make sure we've got some goggles. So if we just go inside, we can then blow this out. Always make sure you hold it away from yourself. So this has a foam little sleeve that can go over the top. Sometimes it's good practice to put a little bit of oil on this just to try and collect some of the worst of the dust. And we just install it back on, a couple of little wing nuts just to hold it, because there's a little rubber seal underneath, so that it means it can't suck any of the dust in from underneath, so you are forcing it up through these little vents. Then you put your cap on, and that forms a nice tight seal around. Okay, so that's in. So we've now got fuel checks. Just be careful. Sometimes fuel can expand, so when you're taking the lid off, just be careful. And in there we've got half a tank to do our task today, so no issues on the fuel levels. Just make sure that goes back on. Okay, so we're now going to go into put the cradle, verti-cut unit into the cradle. So as I said before, just using manual handling techniques. Keep your knees straight, knees bent, back straight, and then just try and lift straight up. And then what we've got on this machine is you've got these two cradles, these two little notches here that go on that bar in there, and then you've got your little drive that's got to be connected up. So just lift it into position, and then on this side line up your three that might help if I line them up. There we go. So that one's in that side, and then on this side you have to use a 24mm bolt, and then what that does is that just locks and pushes the whole cylinder in, and then you basically just use a spanner just to make sure that that's nice and tight. Okay, so as you can see, that's now nicely secure and firmed in.